We're live, a little bit early, but you know how we do it, man. We got to catch them off slipping off their toes.
Yeah, we saw that there was some of you guys in here already, so we said, you know what, let's go. They're ready, we're ready.
Yeah, so we're gonna stay ready, so we don't have to get ready. What's up with it, man? Of course. Oh, there are. Oh, got my notification. Got your notification.
I got one of mine. I didn't get yours yet.
Yeah, you know mine's they slow play me. Lino, what's up? What's happening, man? Great A's. Zane Cruz, of course. Shout out to Big JC, man. Was in here an hour early. Nick, Lighthouse, Zane Cruz, Sam Romero, everyone, man. We see you guys. What's happening, Delia? Data unknown. Love from Denver, Colorado. Thank you, man. We appreciate that. So I'm sure you guys heard what's going on. Another tragedy, man. Another tragedy that I believe is going to be utilized. What's up, YG 1800 to
It's not going to be utilized. They're going to try it. Oh, my bad. Let me turn the camera.
Yeah, it won't be utilized. They'll try, though. They're going to try to twist and turn this one as well, man, and to make this into it's what he used and not what he did. And again, man, for those of you that are asking, and I was asked earlier, well, what's the name of the guy who did it? He's a minor, so we're not going to use his name, and we're not going to give him no shot.
Yeah, me personally, I wouldn't care if he was an adult. You're not going to get clout. You're not going to get shine through our platforms.
Yeah. So definitely, man, we're not gonna participate in that. But for those of you guys that heard, it was a tragedy, man. 2 teachers, 2 students gone, and I think 9 others were shot or injured.
So how many? I have 51. How many do we have in here total?
147 people. In, man. JC got ads. I'll be back. Great Aces. Biden already said yet another reason why guns are destroying families. Of course,
it's not that. But let's just do this first. So around 10:20 this morning, cops were called, sheriffs were called to Appalachia High School, where a 14-year-old student opened fire in his school. 13 people that we know of right now were shot, 2 students and 2 teachers out of the 13 have already been pronounced dead. We don't know yet why it happened. It's probably the defense is probably going to say it's bullying. We don't know. It'll come out. The guy that was that did it, he went in the school and he was a Billy Badass, until the cops showed up, and then laid down, put his weapons down and laid down. He tapped out. So he's going to have a long life of prison ahead of him. And I don't know, but what I do want to say is what's different between this live and any other live that has happened today and will happen regarding this matter is Gunner and I, unfortunately, both served time for taking a life. And so I think we have a different perspective. I wanted to make sure that we did this live because I always trip out every time there's a school shooting or something like this. They always seem to say, if it happened in Middle America, oh, well, you expect that in California, or you expect that in Chicago, where all the gang members are at. Gang members don't shoot up schools. They don't. If a gang member pulls a gun out at school, he's shooting his rival. He's not shooting kids that just went to school because their parents made them or because they wanted to go to school and get an education. That doesn't happen. So I just wanted to put that stuff out off the top.
Yeah. Shout out to all the new faces that are in here, man. Everyone that's just tapping in. I know you guys see the topic and people are interested and definitely interested to hear our perspective. We're more of I guess you would call it hood news type individuals, man. We're just going to give it to you straight from the hip, man. No cut to the chase. We're going to give you guys our perspective, fact-based. And one thing I can say for sure is it seems like every incident that happens, instead of focusing on the victims and focusing on how we could prevent things like this from happening, everyone starts turning it into a conspiracy theory and the why and the who and it's too late. The why and the who and all that. Yeah. I mean, mental health is a big thing in this world, and anyone who would do that has mental health issues, period. There's no other way around it.
Since you want to use the word stupid in your comment, Lou says what a stupid point. You don't think a gang member has ever shot someone accidentally? Did I say that?
Yeah.
I'll say it again, since you apparently don't have good comprehension skills. Gang members do not go to school and shoot at innocent people intentionally. Hopefully you heard it that time. This kid went intentionally to shoot teachers and students, anybody. There wasn't like,
there was no rhyme or reason to it.
yeah, I'm not.
He just
he's probably
aimed
gonna
into the
go
crowd.
crazy now, and I don't care.
Unfortunately, 4 people lost their lives, 2 kids, and of course 2 teachers, but there was many more shots. So it wasn't like he went in there and said, you know what, this guy did something particular. He just went in there doing what he did. Lou said, drive-bys get you green lit, but no one innocent has ever been shot by a gangster, right? Lou, there's been a lot of innocent people shot by gangsters.
Nobody said that. This dude came in here wanting to argue.
Hey, thank you, Paul. We appreciate you. What's up, Austin? Greg Camarillo. What's
there you
up
go. You're out of here,
Lou.
Look at him now. It's about to
there you go.
Stupid.
Yeah, Gunner supports kids transitioning. Damn,
His
Lou,
name is Loose Anus. His name is Loose Anus, and he's talking shit.
Yeah, well, you know, we know what he has. But the world is getting cold. Yes, the world is getting colder, man. And this stems to, and this goes back to, and I know, you know, we don't like to speak too much religion, but I'll keep it religious on you guys because that's what I believe. The end is here. It's one tragedy after another tragedy unfolding, man. And we shouldn't focus on the guns and we shouldn't focus on the whys. We should more focus on, you know, it's becoming a world where we can't even send our children to school.
Yes, there was 14 people shot, 2 teachers and 2 students are dead.
Yeah. And there's going to be people that are saying this is false flagging. This is set up. Yeah. It's so close to the election. No. This is a kid, for whatever reason, decided he was going to go to a school and take the lives of others. There was no reasoning behind it. And I know people are going to say, well, he was bullied or he was made fun of. That's still not a reason, man. And I don't like to play the blame game, but the parents definitely should have seen the signs. They definitely should have been more involved. Now, I don't know if it's bad parenting, good parenting, or anything that's going on, but they're definitely going to be liable for what happened. They're going to be questioned.
And I want to say this because people are going to bring up the parents, right? And Gunner can speak for his experience. I'll just say this. When you kill someone, your family gets ostracized. People in the community will blame the parents for the actions of the child. And I don't think that's right. Me having decided on my own to pull a gun out and shoot somebody had no bearing on my mom and dad.
I agree.
You know, and so whatever happens with this kid, I feel for the parents, you know, and I know the victims don't want to hear that. When your loved one has been taken or hurt, you don't want to care about the other person's family, but I just don't want. Hopefully, you know, this could lead to something. That kid's going away, you know. And is the mom and dad? Is the mom going to be able to survive that emotionally, mentally? Is it going to turn into, you know, who knows what, man?
And what I don't want to hear, Dubs, from society or the people that are going to jump on this is that
this morning, Paul.
I don't want to hear him blame guns and blame music and blame video games. And no. The guilt lies in the lap of the person who decided to pull that trigger. You know?
Absolutely. That gun, if that gun was in that house, that kid's 14 years old. That gun sat there for 14 years and that gun didn't kill anybody. The kid killed people.
Yep. Hey, what's up, fellas, man? West. What's happening with a fig? Oz, man, I agree, man. He says, I made a real bad decision that didn't have shit to do with my parents. I did the same thing, man. I went against my parents' wishes and decided to just go out on my own and do what I did. But the point I'm trying to make is, unfortunately, man, the blame is going to be placed on the parents. You know, that's what happens in these situations. You know, society, man, likes to play the blame game. And instead of just calling it what it is, you know, a fucking idiot that chose to take the lives of people for whatever reason. There's no reasons for it. Just like myself and Dubs didn't have a reason to do what we did. There's no matter how we try to justify it, there's never a reason to take a life, period. In our minds at the time, we had reasoning, you know, it was us or them, basically. And my situation was a little bit different, but I understand, you know, But it definitely wasn't, man. Hey,
Doc
Food and
K.
Fellas, what's happening, man? I'm in Washington. I do food reviews. I'm heading to H-Town. That's right. Hey, Doc K, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Thank you for your thoughts on this and discourse on this issue. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. M. Lopez, I can't blame that, Bob. Also, I know there's going to be a lot of people that, like I said, the blame game. The only person guilty in this situation is the person who pulled the trigger. Period.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know, not those kids that went to school, not those teachers. And I don't care about, well, they made fun of me. Go to therapy, you know.
Absolutely.
All that, you know, taking it upon yourself to end lives is just not a good look. It's just not something that could be played with. And we're not here to capitalize off of it or nothing. We're just here to bring you guys the facts on how we feel, our perspective on it, and exactly what went down. And what are they saying, Dubs? Have you seen any updates on the other 9 people that were injured?
I haven't seen anything.
You know? Oh, that's right, Doc. Because, you know, just because it's 4 people dead at this time, anything could happen, could get worse. Let's see what Palmetto's saying. The GBI don't play. I used to think California law enforcement was on it, but they don't have anything on these southern states. Oh, definitely, bro. You know, southern states, the Midwestern states, shit gets solved fast. You know, the West Coast and East Coast, we got crimes that are still ongoing for 20, 30 years that haven't been solved. But you do something in the Midwest, or you do something in the
this morning
areas. Yeah.
It was this morning at around 10:20. The call started going into the sheriff, so I'm assuming it was 10:20 there. So that's around 7 in the morning for us, 7:20 here.
Yeah.
On the West Coast.
And the thing is, of course, they're going to do an extensive investigation into how he got access to the guns. But I mean, he's a 14-year-old kid. I know by the time I was 14, I was already locked up on a murder case, right? So the mentalities, everyone's different. Everyone's different. A lot of these kids nowadays, I'm noticing, are kind of young acting compared to how we were. We were a little bit more seasoned. We had to grow up fast, I guess, growing up the way we did. And these kids are a little bit different. And thank you so much, Doc. We appreciate you. Thank you. And so we know it's a little different, but every mentality is different, you know. This kid just, for whatever reason, and also I just wanted to point out too, he's not being charged as a minor. Them days are over. They already were they knew that right when they got him. You know, he's gone.
Well, I think it starts at 14.
Yeah.
I think that's the age
16 or something like that.
Well, no, in different states, it's 14 or 6.
I know, and that takes me back to when I was on the run for my murder case as a young kid, and we got caught in Asheboro, North Carolina. We had never been out there. That's where we ended up. And I had a friend of mine that was with me. He was 16. He had just turned 16 a couple days before, Dubs, and he was talking big shit to the cops. Yeah, man, I don't care. He thought he was going to juvenile hall with me and my other homeboy. And the cops started laughing. He said, "Oh, yeah, you're a big man, huh? That's right. Ooh, send me to juvenile hall." He said, "No, you ain't going to juvenile hall. You're 16. In this state, you're an adult. You're being charged with the pistol," because we got caught with a pistol too as an adult. His face dropped. Welcome to the big boy land now. That's just what it was, you know. That's why I went to one and they didn't ask for ID, just handed over the strap. It's different in different states. Wow. Absolutely. Kamai, Food and Felons, Washington State or DC, says Kamai, JC, it's a wrap. Yo, that kid's gonna get he's never getting out. His life is over. His life, you know what surprised me, Dubs? Is that most of these that have happened previously, there's been a couple that got caught. Like I know that kid, that one I forget his name, man. He was the one in Florida, I think it was, that got caught. But most of these, the redheaded weird kid, right? But most of these happen, they usually end up unaliving themselves or taking themselves out or getting shot. This one, he just gave it up.
Yeah, gracias, payaso. Yeah, that's the part that's a trip. You know, he's a 14-year-old man, but I wonder if that's like, I don't know. They're gonna do their mental evaluations, but I feel like I feel like that's actually calculating. You know, that could be like a psychopathic. We'll see. It's gonna come out because normally it's an emotional thing. When these kids do this, it's an emotional thing, and they wind up dying because they're so But to go in there knowing like as soon as the cops come, I give up. So he's just gonna kill as many people as possible, shoot as many people as possible, and then give up. Like that also goes back to a juvenile mind where he's probably thinking, I'll give up and then I'll go home in a year. No, you're not.
Here's what I think when I think that, because it's very uncommon. When I think that, I think like he was trying to prove himself, you know, trying to show that he was big and bad and that he could do something. Maybe daring himself, you know. Kamai, you're right. There is a 48-hour rule, man. Most of the facts come out after a good 48 hours, man. As of right now, there's going to be a lot of people just assuming and a lot of speculation. But I mean, I think this one's pretty cut and dry. Besides the why, and I don't really care about the why. You know, to me, that's disrespectful to the victims. It happened. It is what it is. Question for you both: was school shootings common and happening in your time going to school? Did you feel safe? Because at 27 right now, and I went to school, school shootings were happening, but no.
Hey, earlier somebody said, I'm surprised nobody blamed Trump. And look at here, Crody's back. And Crody says things like this happen because of Trump supporters. Right. I'll be back.
Oh, is that right, Crody? Things like this happen because you're not. You got banned. See? Noah says, just caught the live. Luis Esparza says, I'm so tired of these shootings. It's so fucked up. I am too, man, especially when you have children, like I'm sure a lot of us do. We're parents right now, and we have to send our kids to public schools, right? And, you know, there's a lot of parents that think, oh, you know what? I got a little bit of money. I'll put my kids in private schools. Shit's worse there. You know, it's bad, man. And to answer the homeboy's question, and I'm sure Dubs will answer you, bro, there wasn't a lot of, that's right, Doc. There wasn't a lot of, I can't recall one that happened in my time, school shootings. I mean, I remember a couple Asian dudes at one point bringing guns to school, but they were more just trying to show them off to their homies and stuff like that. They didn't utilize them. I remember there was an after-school shooting close. It was at a Burger King, in fact, close to the high school. It popped off right there. That was between in Merced, we have this group called the Aggies. They're like cowboys, right? Aggies. It was them and some Asians, and they got off on each other, and some guns got pulled out. The Aggies are the ones that pulled the straps out. They ended up getting caught up. But as far as like people going in and just killing innocent people in schools, nah, that never happened in my time. That's some new shit, man. That's within the last, I think, 10 to 15 years, right? You agree, Dubs?
What
happened? School shooting shit, like I said, we had like one gang-related shooting like right outside the school grounds. But as far as like people going into the school now just killing innocent, that wasn't really happening back then.
No, it wasn't. But if it did, it was a gang member targeting a gang member. Doesn't make it right.
Thank you, Zane.
But they're both in the game.
They were in that lifestyle.
Yeah. You know, it doesn't make it right at all, though. Look at Cody. Cody decided he wants to be a troll. Look, Dubs and Guns are cowards and silence our voice in the chat. Who? You're the only one that's getting silenced.
Just yours, Crody.
You're the only one. Everybody else in here is respectful. They can disagree respectfully, and they get to stay. It's when you call somebody a coward, which you wouldn't do in person. You basically know that.
Cody's promoting what happened today. He's with that. School shootings have been going on, but not in the ghetto, says Lupin. Yeah, you hit a point there, bro. You hit a point there. Maybe didn't see it because it just wasn't what was going on. You know, I seen a lot of gang violence, a lot of stuff like that. But as far as seeing just some random kid walking into school, just killing people and teachers, like we weren't scared to go to school, man. Some people were. They didn't want to get their ass kicked, but that was about as far as it went, you know?
What is it that people don't understand? Look at El Doctorisms or whatever your name is. 90s had school shootings that's not gang related. You fools never heard of Columbine shooting? Why? What's wrong with comprehension skills today?
Yeah.
We said gang members don't target innocent people. Doesn't mean it doesn't happen. Okay, rarely. But we said these school shootings that they always bring up gang members. Why is the topic even about gang members? Of course we know about Columbine and other. You're talking completely different. Like what the? I don't get it.
He's in two different.
People want to come in here and instead of let's get some opinions, ideas, share your feelings, whatever. No, it's let's pick at something that wasn't even said. Yeah. That's weird. That's just weird.
They're trying to spin their own narrative. Hey, Rumpelstiltskin spun yarn into gold, man, but didn't buy shit with it. Columbine wasn't the first. It was just one that made the news. Absolutely. There was one earlier in Stockton where the killer targeted Cambodian refugee kids. Yeah, see, and of course, not to be prejudiced or racial or anything, but there's a lot of things that also happen in the ghetto and with Cambodians and minorities, people consider minorities that never made headlines. It happens all the time. And I'm not trying to make it a race thing. I'm just saying it's just what it is, man. It seems like these things that happen in middle America, man, if a motherfucker trips and cuts his knee on a rock, it's on the front page of the newspaper. It's weird. It's what it is, man. Hey, what's up, D? Respects. Sacred Intuition says Mark's a big part of it. Yes. Pantera, it's the heat doves affecting. Yeah, they're all hot. Shit.
Pantera, yeah, like we wanted to have a discussion, and
yeah,
we were just speaking about how whenever there's a school shooting, someone always says, "Oh, you don't expect this here. You expect that in California or Chicago where there's gangs." That's what we're talking about. But gang members don't do that. They don't target innocents. Does it happen occasionally? Rarely, yes, but it's not who the target is, and it's not what the topic is. The topic is some kids, a 14-year-old kid decided he was going to go into class today. He was going to go into school today and shoot whoever the fuck he felt like shooting. And it's not the gun's fault. It's not the parents' fault. Something happened with that kid. And, I don't know. It'll come out and could anything have been prevented? Who knows? Was there stuff going on that maybe a counselor, a teacher should have noticed? I don't know, but it's going to come out.
All the bullshit rises to the top. At the end of the day, Port City Investments, or the beginning, like Dubs likes to say, that's the risk you take sending your kids to public school. Get your bread up and either homeschool or take your kids to private school. Okay, here's my thing with that. There's a lot of parents that are doing that. I have homeboys that do that. They homeschool their kids. Here's my thing. Your kids, if you're smart enough to do that, and there's a lot of online programs that could help, but it doesn't, then your kids will lack social skills, man. That public school is made for a reason. Being around other kids, other mentalities, everything is actually a blessing, man. It shows them how to fend for themselves, how to defend themselves, how to be independent from their parents, and how to learn. So, if your parents are right there in the same room with and I know as parents, we want to protect our kids no matter what, but that part of going to school and being around other people is part of life, man. I think they need that. It's just so unfortunate that people are targeting schools. They're targeting our future. If you look at it, that's what's being targeted, our future. And it's going to get to a point where, man, we're going to get an administration or someone in there that's going to say public schools ain't worth the fucking problems.
Alex, we started 23 minutes ago, and it was because there was already a lot of people waiting.
Yeah. We went a little early, Alex. We had a lot of people in here, man, but it's just started, brother. You're right on time, man. You're always on time. What's up, Nikki Lynn, Gloctavius, Nick? Politics come up in guns because liberals make it a political issue. Guns should not be a political issue. Free speech shouldn't be a political issue, but here we are. Liberals want to live in a bubble. Gloctavius, I couldn't agree more, but at the same time, man, I respect everyone's opinions, but I couldn't agree more, bro. The issues get focused on that should not be focused on. Mr. Takis, what's good with it? Crazy Pitbull, I see you. So, do you think, Dubs, that schools? I think they should take the initiative to make these schools give them more funding instead of giving all our money to like Ukraine and all these different places. We should focus more on our future in our schools and put more funding into security. Man, do you agree with teachers being able to have a gun in the classroom for protection?
I do.
Yeah.
And I do. And I believe there should be security at the schools.
Security.
But I mean, we know that throughout history, hundreds of years ago, people in power wanted their subjects illiterate, because knowledge is power. And we know in a lot of nations that have a low literacy rate, you find a lot of terrorism and violence in those places. And we have in a lot of these places where there's gangs, the education system, you'll see somebody graduate junior high and go into high school and they're illiterate. I think we need to focus more on spending money on education, less on incarceration and corrections. And if we can catch these kids young enough, we wouldn't have to fill our prisons. That's just what I believe.
I agree. Joaquin, gracias, bro. We're not even trying to focus on the kid's age, race, things like that, because then that makes it look like it was racially motivated. And we don't know the facts on that right now. You know what was that kid was thinking? He was a 14-year-old child, so he could have been influenced by anything. At the end of the day, it's not the influence; it's what happened.
Look,
But,
there's a very good chance, like I said earlier, there's a very good chance, that this kid could think he's going to go home in a year, not grasping the concept of what it like. You're a kid, yeah, but you made some adult decisions today, and now you're about to face adult consequences, and those last a lifetime.
Let me see. Mad Max, what's up, bro? Shout out to you and your old lady, man. Gun, there should be no homeless people without healthcare. If we would half the money into our country that we give to other countries, I agree, bro. I think me and Dubs are both on that same we're reading that same book, brother, on the same page. We agree that taxpayers' money should be more focused on helping our people first. Again, man, if you see something really going on, man, it's just like you're walking down the street, you see a chick getting beat up by her old man, your mind tells you, man, it's none of my business, but your body tells you, I got to go get mine, right? I got to intervene. So that's United States have always been the big brother, the leaders, the ones that feel they have to protect everyone else. We're at a point, though, where our soldiers, everything is getting watered down. You know what I mean? There's going to be nothing left of us to protect anyone because we're so focused on everyone else rather than what we got going on here, building a stronger economy, stronger infrastructure, stronger people, better education for our kids. If we do that and put some of our money back into ourselves, then quite possibly we could help other people. We need to think about ourselves first. Man. My sis passing. Oh, I'm so sorry about that, man. 6 foot at age 13. Oh, he's a big boy.
Yeah,
he's a big boy. No, and I'm just that's the truth of the matter, man. That's how I feel. You know, and as far as teachers having guns, I feel that there should be designated, not every teacher, because some of these people, they lack the common sense to know what to do with something like that. And also, man, you put guns in some people's hands and they equate it to power. But people should be designated within that school to take training, so that way they could help prevent things. And it doesn't mean they're going to be able to prevent it, but at least they're properly trained to maybe save a life. One life is better than no life. What's up, 818? We got 440 people in the chat right now, man. We appreciate each and every one of you guys. We hope you guys are enjoying this new way we're doing the lives, man, with the topic, good conversation. And this is what we're going to continue to do.
It's unfortunate that this had to be the topic today, you know, especially, you know, when you talk about the ripple effect, I've said this a bunch of times, you know, there's direct victims and then there's indirect victims. That's the ripple effect. Like when you throw a pebble in a pond, right? So there was 13 people shot today. 4 of those 13 died. If you add up all the family members of those 13 people, I mean, that could be thousands of people that were directly impacted and indirectly impacted. Not to mention what happens to the survivors. You know, there may be people that are going to be traumatized, and for the rest of their life, they're going to have some serious issues, mental issues, you know. So who knows what we never know what this does. You know, but
like you said, this one situation could affect several lives. I mean, you got to understand, there's kids that went to school today that'll never be the same, like Dubs just said, you know, and it could quite possibly have more effect on the girl that was in the gym, didn't even really see it, but just panicked and you know, her family could have went crazy. Imagine you're a parent and you're getting a call. And your kid's not one of the victims, but you're still getting a call. Hey, that school's on lockdown. There's an active shooter on. You're freaking out. You can't do anything as a parent to save them. It's a wrap. It's over. And man, there's people having heart attacks, freaking out, pulling up, dad's ready to just go in there and do their things. Just like that last school shooting where the officers were actually, they actually got fucking charged with it because of how the slow response, right? There was parents that wanted to go in and handle business and they weren't allowed to, but you know, just imagine it could affect so many other lives. Hey, Guns and Dubs, question for you guys. What is or could be the solution to prevent these sorts of tragedies? Better training, better security.
I think at-risk youth need to be identified at a very early age. I think teachers need to not be afraid to talk to parents or at least the school counselor when they see a kid being bullied. You know, there's people have to get involved. You know, that old cliche, it takes a village to raise a child, is true, man. You know, like sometimes, you know, there's a single parent that is busting her ass or his ass to work two jobs and doesn't have the time, is too tired to notice every little thing that's going on, and maybe the kid doesn't want to say anything. So there needs to be that counselor or that teacher or that principal, whoever it is, to step in and say, hey, man, you know, maybe we need to move this kid to another class. You know, I don't know, but whatever's been happening isn't working like that.
They need to take preventative measures. My thing is this: education starts in the household first and foremost. It's where you teach your kids to tie their shoes. It's where you teach them to, you know, do their homework. To me, a lot of the education starts in the household. So we have to make our children aware. You know, hey, tough love. Sorry, this is the way it is. They shoot people at schools nowadays. Look for the signs. If you have a friend that's acting a little different, let me know. You know, so many people are focused on don't be a rat, don't snitch, don't do this, don't do that. Of course, we all push that narrative. But if my kid is at school and she sees her friend looking kind of different, dressing different, acting weird, I need to know what's going on, you know, because maybe we could help prevent that. And I'm not going to go tell the teachers, oh, this kid is fucked. I'm going to go straight to the parents, because I believe it starts in the household. Hey, man, something's going on with your kid, bro. You need to check your kid, because I ain't trying to have my kid around your kid, because if I have my kid's going to beat your kid's ass. I'm just telling you. That's it. That's what I believe, you know. Start in the household, and as far as society goes, man, and the government, they need to implement more security measures and proper training to these teachers and everybody.
That's
just
right.
like Go ahead, Dubs.
No, I was just saying that's right. OG Black Show.
What's up, brother? Appreciate you. Basic respect needs to be taught at schools. My nephew started effing up when he was allowed to be bullied, and he fought back.
Thank you, Trev.
Hey, thank you, brother. Trev. Skyla, what's happening with you, girl? I see you. Chrissy, what's up with you? Shooter was a double watch list, DBL watch list last year, so they were already watching him, man.
I think he meant to put FBI. I saw somebody else say that. There was a school shooting this morning. Eastside player, a 14-year-old kid went to school and shot 14 people at school. 2 teachers and 2 students died, and there's 9 people still hospitalized, I believe.
What's up, Sean Tyree Watson? He says it's a sad situation. My mom lost 2 sons due to gun violence, 14 years old and 21 in the same month. Sad thing about what happened in this school. Yeah, there's nothing good that comes out of this, period. Tragic, you know, and I mean, every time we hear about these, and it's crazy because you think maybe this is the last one. It's not. Unfortunate to say, it's not. You know, it's not, man. Something's in the water nowadays, man. You know, I don't recall this shit, but I mean, there's always violence everywhere. You know, back in the 90s, 80s, 90s, it was gang violence. Now we do still see gang violence, but you don't hear about it as much as you do these school shootings, these tragedies. And these are like just innocent kids. They're fucking targeting their kids. It's crazy on the gun line. I think honestly that they need to let kids have fights like we did back in the days. Kids get bullied nowadays and can't do anything about it. It gets to the mental. Sometimes it can lead to this. I agree. Maybe not necessarily fights, but pull them both to the side and check them.
Appreciate that.
San Diego. That's right. Respect. Same sure. Keep pushing the truth and positivity. Thank you, brother. Not school shit. 2 different things. Speak up. Save the kids. LA Nathan. Why y'all surprised America was built on violence? Keep your family safe. Oh, I'm not surprised, brother. We know that. You know, it's a very violent world. Not even America, the world. A violent world. But people are impressed or enraptured with the violence until it hits their doorstep. Then everything changes. You know? I'm not the type. I've lived a violent life my whole life, man. I don't want to see that no more. You know, I'm cool without that. Especially when some of the things I went through, and I know that my kids are out there quite possibly having to go through it. I don't want none of that. Not for anyone's children. Fuck that. What what happened today? No, man, there was a shooting in Georgia, man. A high school. A 14-year-old kid walked in, shot 14 people, 2 teachers and 2 students were killed, 9 others injured.
Dick Borelli says, Dubs, these teachers don't care as much as you think they would. They're infiltrating educational institutions. They are Marxists, and they don't care about the American family, full stuff. That's a wide brush to paint people with. I hear you, and I'm sure there are a lot like that, but there are also a lot. I happen to know a very, very good friend of mine. His wife is a teacher. She's a Christian, and she loves her students, and she works in a school that a lot of the teachers, a vast majority of the teachers, her coworkers, are on the same page as her. So I hear you, but I don't have it in me to believe that's the case.
Yeah,
that's the majority.
My cousin's a teacher. 2 of my cousins are teachers. One of my cousins that passed away is a teacher. My aunt's actually a principal of a high school. They love children. Believe me, I know, right? So it's not everyone.
Go ahead.
You know, I like what Kamai says right here. One side likes to say, and I'll let you guys figure out the side, they're against increased security measures because they don't want schools to look like prisons.
That's the same side that wants to build more prisons and incarcerate more people and blame the other side for it.
That's also the same side that doesn't want them to look like prisons, but they'd rather them look like graveyards. Go ahead, Dubs.
Let me see. Damn, Alex, what are your thoughts on gun control? And do you think being a former con has an influence on that opinion? Absolutely. Being a former convict, former criminal, has a great impact on it. You know why? Because if I think as a criminal and I know that no house has a gun, but me as an outlaw, I do, guess what stops me from going in any house I want? Nothing. Damn sure not a gun. They don't have them. I do. If you outlaw guns, only the outlaws have them. If outlaws know there's a gun in every home, guess what? They got to find a new hustle.
They got to think twice, you know? Yeah, it's definitely like when you were a kid, man. I don't know about you guys, but man, we used to call them boxes of chocolates. We used to do burglaries. Such a stupid kid I was, right? But guess what? If we knew that was a gun owner or they had a big ass pit bull, we gonna skip that house today. You know what I mean? So the moment you take that away, man, now you're susceptible to extreme violence. Because now, you know, it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun, right? But if the rabbit don't got one,
Octavius,
thank you. Fox, CNN, Major Newsworks, OG's breaking it down. We're trying to give it to you unbiased, bro. And we're also trying to give it to you real, man. With everyone's opinion being appreciated.
I can't believe this was the MK Ultra CIA type thing, just because of the age of the kid.
Yeah,
I don't see them doing that.
If you outlaw guns, only outlaws will have them. Bet on that. Facts. That guy is right. Teachers don't give a fuck about. No. See, that's the thing, bro. You can't. That's like saying my opinion is the opinion of every Chicano, right? It's not. It's my opinion, right? Or WAC 100 speaks for all blacks. No, hell no, right? Not even a few of them. To say that that all teachers are bad, nah, bro, you're putting them all into the same box. Like I said, I have family members that are teachers that are good people. Go ahead, Dubs.
Port City says, sadly, shootings like this are the price we pay for freedom to bear arms. Guns will never be banned, so unfortunately, these terrible things will keep happening. Yeah, but when you say that, you have to remember there are millions of guns in the United States, like in the households. There's millions of guns. There are millions of shootings. It's some people just, you know, I mean, some people decide to commit suicide and some people decide to kill. And it comes from a break in the mental facilities. In either case, that's what it is, man.
Yeah.
It's a disconnect.
And here's the thing, man. You know, for the people that blame guns, take the guns away, they'll use knives. Take the knives away, they'll use spears. I mean, as human beings, man, we're always gonna find something to utilize, right? So, like I said, people that want to go out and do that, they're gonna find ways to commit violence with or without a gun. Period. you ain't gonna stop them. Once a person's mind is made up, there is no stopping that person. You know, they're gonna at least get off where they're mad at. I've seen it on yards, prison yards. You
Look
know,
at Pun said more people die in car accidents. They don't ban cars.
nor gas. They keep on raising it. Denny was saying a right to bear arms or else, man. Does anyone know if a military background will give you a better chance in receiving firearms? I have no idea, Juan P. I don't think when you're an ex-con, man, I don't think that has anything to do with it, bro. In fact, they might want to keep guns out of your hands even more so because you're trained. You know, not gonna lie, music has a lot of influence on the youngins. Now they want to drill and stuff. No, I believe you're absolutely right, Matty Ice. But I think music more so has influence on the gang aspect of it. Everyone trying to look cool. Just because these kids listen to music doesn't mean they really have the heart to do that. It takes a lot to pick up a gun and really use it. You know, I know people think it's easy to use it, but until you're in that position, man, it's not very simple like you think. It takes a whole different type of mentality to do that. But I think music does influence shit. Go ahead, Dubs.
Lionel says, look at Australia and England. They had gun bans and they have stabbings. So what are you going to do? Ban kitchen knives? People die in car accidents, especially in the U.S. So we're not banning cars or alcohol. And it's true. And I've seen where they were in the UK. There was a dude that just went and he cut a soldier's head off in broad daylight. And people have their mind made up to do certain things. Those certain things are going to get done or at least attempted.
I don't think that's a good example, Noe, but I do agree with the second part of your statement, bro. I believe that, man, a lot of this is not necessarily staged, but any type of incident that happens like this, there's a big focus on it from one side for that exact reason. But quietly as it's kept, man, the right to bear arms, I think, will always be around, man. When that happens, it's going to be chaos and anarchy in the streets. You know, so I don't think they'll ever take, but they love using that topic of conversation because it's a scare tactic, just like the thing going on with these Venezuelans. It's a scare tactic. You got to understand they're trying to scare us into submission to vote one way. K, people have no idea what's happening in war, what happens in war. Now, you don't know guerra unless you've been in it.
Well, I mean, it's so, who was this up here? Says Angel says in Japan they have a zero tolerance for guns. Some crazy dude still managed to build a pistol and kill the prime minister. You can build a gun with a 3D printer. You know, it's so you're never gonna ban guns. You can try to take people's guns, and people here in the United States that are gun owners, a lot of them have made it clear you're gonna have to take it from their dying hands. You know, and what's the point? You know, you can't. When I'm dead serious as an ex-criminal crook, if you ban guns, if you outlaw them, outlaws are going to be the ones that have them.
Yeah,
and they're going to be worth a lot of money. You know, it's going to become a trade like drugs.
Hot commodity, a very hot commodity. Black Warrior Spirit, man, I agree, man, to the fullest. Most people want to hear what they want to hear and not what they need to hear in this generation. Absolutely, they shut off all common sense, bro. It's you know, the type of mentality, instead of buying a house, go buy a car. You know, that to me, I trip out, man. I seen a dude the other day. He was in a clean ass Mercedes. I was like, damn, that's a nice car. He must have worked hard for that shit. Then he pulled up to a shittier house than my cousin's, and I was like, damn, he's got his priorities all fucked up. My level of respect went here to there. You know what I mean? Like, damn, he's doing it. He ain't doing shit. And I'm gone, man. All he did was get himself in debt. I'm out of here.
Soldado, I have a post-nasal drip and very bad allergies. That's why right now I'm actually clogged up again.
Smash that like. Thank you, Nick. We appreciate you again, man. We also wanted to push our Discord, man. We have a Discord where we can keep topics like this and conversations going. We also have gaming chats in there, man. They're lit. Last night was lit, man. Shout out to everyone that was in the gaming chat participating. We have movie chats. We have a little bit of everything, man. Thanks to Kamai who set it up for us. And of course, man, our moderators that keep it going. We respect it. Tap into the Discord, man. The Ethnicity Tribe, yeah. Man. We'll put the link up here for you guys.
Yeah. Last night, side note, there was about 6 or 8 of us chilling in the Discord, in the voice chat, hanging out, chopping it up. So, you know, that's an option too. You know, places, you know, like what we're doing right now. You guys get on Discord. Thank you, OG Steve. You guys get on Discord. You can have conversations with like-minded individuals. You can have debates, you know, as long as they're respectful. And, you know, there's a lot of stuff. We got a lot of stuff going on the Discord.
I wanted to catch Danny's shit real quick up here. Then I'll get back to you, Christian, real quick. Let me catch Danny. What did he say? I think I missed it right here. Those who would give up essential liberty to purchase a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety. I agree, bro. 100%. You know, there we go, Christian. What up, guys? You're 100% correct. A lot has to do with parents have to watch these kids to see what is going on in their life, as well as have more of a role within their circle of friends. I agree. Kingpin Toko, what's up with you, bro?
Hold on, Christian. I had just said earlier you might not have been in here. Hey, thank you, Kingpin Toko. Unfortunately, there are some parents who are working 2 jobs and aren't able to see what's going on, and that's when we have to have, you know, that teacher or that counselor or that other family member, someone to recognize, hey, something's not right here, and step in and communicate with that kid. You know, we can't just blame everything on the parents because we don't know what the situation is at home. And you know, there could be people that say, well, why did they have kids? I mean, that's a whole different topic, you know?
Yeah. Nando, I'm all for the Second Amendment, but too many idiots have firearms. Hey, too many idiots think they can rap too. Here's my thing, bro. We
He was like,
and I'm not talking about the favorite rapper's favorite rapper. I'm just saying that, and I use that as something to reflect off. Trip out on this, man. The Second Amendment, we need the rights. We need to have our rights, right? Because if we did it, man, you know, then that's like we're being hunted now. You know, it's just like those animals out there, man. Then we'd have to run for our lives. We need to have what we have, but as far as too many idiots having them, you can't prevent that, bro. You know, you can't prevent it.
And Raider 211, yes, he was a student there.
Zofo, hop in a motherfucker, Merced, Dub, speak on, man, Di Moria, we're not focusing on that, bro. Who is that guy?
I don't know what he said. I didn't see it.
Keep on telling the stories and make it worthwhile to time into YouTube some truly real on. Hey, what's up, Lord? I didn't quite understand it, but how you doing? Cyfax was cracking. Doc cases expect anything in today's climate. I agree, man. This world is spinning different. It's backwards now. It seems like you know, everything is upside down to me. And that, but it's crazy because when we were young, our age, we were told the same thing by our parents and people older. Like, man, you guys are all fucked up now. Back in our days, it was cool, eh? Right now, we're the ones saying that. You truly do become your parents.
Hey, Javi, that's because I recorded on my phone. The camera on the phone is better than this 4K camera here.
Did you guys read about the Chinese spy in New York? I haven't seen that yet. Kamai? These 2 channels are doing big things and will achieve big things. Thank you, 818. We appreciate you, bro. We got 456 in the chat. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, that's the iPhone 15.
What do we got? You can prevent idiots from having guns by having better gun safety education. Yeah, I agree, man. I think we need to focus more on See, to me, I'm sure Dubs will agree, education is the key to everything. Never quit striving for education. Even when we're incarcerated, I think the things that we did, even as gang members, that was focused on more than anything was educating ourselves. Getting your hands on any type of educational material and constantly, you know, indoctrinating yourself and educating yourself. And I think society gets away from that. They think they know it all already. And that's a problem.
Let's see. D. Murillo said, my bad gun. Seen his video speaking on you guys. He sounds so corny and jealous. Well, he is corny. That's a fact. And he's probably gonna try to create something so he can get his channel back up and running. And you know, I remember when he made a video defining what a sureño is, and that will be used in courts, that will be used by officers to train people. You know, so he doesn't want to go there. He took that video down, but those of us that were around back then, we remember. And I remember making a video saying that was a stupid video to make. And that's all I'm going to say about it.
The saddest part about all this, aside from the loss of life, is its politicization on the mass media. I agree. You know, I agree. They're going to take something tragic like this where real lives were lost, where nothing positive today happened in that. And and turn it into a cry for gun reform and things like that, man, and make it a political, turn it towards a political agenda. And that's a fact. I mean, it's done every single fucking time. Have you guys ever wondered why the weather balloon was stopped over our biggest silo of the
I didn't even know
weapons?
that.
It was crazy, Doc. They were positioned just right, huh? My thing was the slow response on shooting them down, man. I think anything over our airspace needs to get got quick.
How long? It wasn't it over our airspace for like 4 days or something, a
They went
week?
almost across the United States. They took all the pictures they wanted. They know where everything's at now. It's crazy.
Mhm.
I seen a picture of the shooter. I don't know exactly what nationality is. I don't even want to assume, bro. You know, because then that's when people start making it into a race thing, and I don't think it had anything to do with that. I think it was a fucking dumb kid that did something very tragic. Maybe didn't even understand exactly what he was doing, but did it. And now he's going to face the consequences like he did, though. This little guy shouldn't have a gun. These kids can't take an ass whooping. I agree, bro. Myrtle Beach, Octavia says. Yep, Montana, that's where the nukes are. Yeah, it was definitely disguised as a weather balloon, but basically it was a spy plane. Basically, utilizes a spy plane to take pictures and send them back. That's what I do. What do you think, Dubs?
No, I think that's what it was. Real quick,
Yeah.
no, he gave up, Trev. He went in there knowing he was going to do whatever he was going to do, and as soon as the cops showed up, he laid down his weapon and then laid down.
He said, "What the fuck?" He did what the fuck,
Yeah.
man. He tapped out.
No, but that was a
go
spy
ahead.
balloon. That was a spy balloon.
Yeah, definitely, man. He surrendered immediately. I was just going to say that, Kamai. He didn't even hesitate. He threw his gun far away from him as he could, right? He surrendered immediately. So that goes to show, man, here he is taking life and ain't willing to give his up. Coward,
And
man.
to me, that I'm gonna say, to me, that's the trait of a psychopath.
Yeah.
It wasn't something that he snapped and it was an emotional reaction to something happening to him. No, this is something where he's like, I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna do as much damage as I can, and then I'm gonna lay down and I'll probably go home in a year or two. That's what he was thinking, you know, and that I mean, that's pretty scary.
Yeah, no, man. I said the same thing, man. That was the only difference in this case. And I mean, there's been a couple others, but that stood out to me was the fact that he surrendered immediately.
Like, you knew what he was
going to do. And I think it's just what Dubs is saying. He doesn't realize the consequences behind his actions and how dangerous and how real they were. And something like this, man, now it's national, seeing the national news. It's all over the world, man. People cry out for blood. This guy's gone. He's done. Not to mention, as he gets older, he's going to forever be shunned as the one that killed a kid. I mean, it's a rough existence in prison for kid killers. I'm just saying. Even if you're a kid yourself, they don't care. They'll wait till you hit 18 and do something bad to you. Motherfuckers will be waiting on your 18th birthday at your door. True shit. Was bullying a factor?
He is being charged as an adult. They already said it, Chrissy.
That was one of the first things they said. As soon as he laid it down, they lifted him up and says, you done fucked up, right? We're charging you as an adult, sir.
It was 2 students and 2 teachers, Erickson.
That's right, Doc K. Preparation. Here's my thing, Dubs, and I think this should be implemented in every school across the world, right? I know they do it in China and other places like that. They're prepared. They're teaching kids how to cock shit. But, I think that just like when we were young, we had earthquake drills. Remember those in California? The earthquake drills, get under the table and do all that. They should, and I know they do it, but I think it should be mandatory in every school. Get these kids ready. I think they should have safe rooms, designated safe rooms, maybe hallways in the back that only the teachers could slide a door open, go through the fucking walls, bam, get to the safe room. I know it sounds intricate and too much, but isn't a life worth it? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
all the
but
money we're getting
you gotta realize they would have to tear the whole school down to rebuild it like that. And where are the kids going to go to school during the year?
No, I understand that. And I'm saying, and not every single room be like that, but they should have a designated, because just where these teachers are trained, like, let's take them back here.
That's right. That's right, Rise.
Mm-hmm.
I do remember that.
who was disarmed by a hug from a coach. Yeah. The desensitization of our youth. The how do you say that? Desensitization.
Now you got me fucked up.
Well, no, here's the thing. Yeah, go ahead.
Desensitization.
Desensitization. Here's the thing, gente, if you haven't noticed, man, a lot of these words that I used to be able to say smooth, I can't anymore. It seems like my diabetes has fucking slurred my speech. It's weird. But of our youth is something we should be worrying about as a society. In order to fix our communities, we need to start in our own homes. I agree. That's what I said earlier, bro. It starts in our homes. Most definitely, man. No school ever thinks it's their school. I agree.
True story.
I agree. But it's every school, man. When this happens in one school, it affects every school because it got people wondering. Now, the rest of this week, kids that are going to school, they're looking around. Mm-hmm. Parents are thinking, should I send my kids to school? You know what I mean? And the fabric of the United States and how this world is ran, a lot of people depend on schools as their caregivers, basically. They're babysitters.
Yeah,
you know?
Babysitter. Yeah.
Yeah. So, when you got parents that are scared to send their kids to school and then they can't leave them alone and they have to take days off work, it just fucks up the whole economy, period. And that's what I think a lot of this shit is focused on sometimes. Doc K isn't that heavy. It's fucking your kid's backpack. I mean, safe as fuck for sure. Do they make them lightweight? Look at Skyler. She's trying to get that too. She's like, shit. Aussie, bro, if I come to Australia, getting ridiculous over there where you are, come to the down under. Where all you have to worry about is getting beat up by a kangaroo, huh, Ozzy?
And we can't go to Australia because of our convictions. Damn, thank you again, Doc.
Hey, thank you so much. This is Gunline Super Chat. Much love at Danny. Hey, that's right, Danny. Thank you so much, Doc. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
49ers fans worldwide, we need to relax. These are white folk issues. Nah, these are human issues, bro. These are human issues, brother. Come on now. Hey, you know what, 49er fans? How about this, though? Shout out to Christian McCaffrey, that white folk that be running for you guys like a motherfucker. Come on now, bro. We respect everybody. These are brown and black folk issues, too. Remember who the DC sniper was?
Yeah. There was two of them, too. There was the older one and the young.
And no one expected that, huh? Because in our minds, we've been trained to think that it definitely is one race that does this, one ethnicity, but it isn't, man. It's human hatred.
Right there where you typed, right next to that in the corner, there's a $sign. You click on that.
Yeah. Much love to Doc, says on the gun line, man. Thank you, man. BGF in the chest. What's happening with you, man? 100. True that, boys. No, I just, anytime I see something that's like focused on, hey, this is not our issue. This is white issue or black issue. Now I know what this is. This is our children issue. We need to, as parents, as righteous members of society, come up with a solution or at least talk about it. Everything starts with a good conversation, bro.
And look, we have to remember how impressionable kids are. That's another reason why we're not going to say the kid's name. We're not going to give them any clout. And I would wish that all media outlets would not say the person's name, because there could be a kid in a bad situation in a school somewhere who sees this kid getting all this attention and would feel like, man, at least I'm somebody if I get attention like that. And that's a scary thing to think about.
49er fans says, not really. Never seen a Mexican shoot up a school. I seen a black. I seen a white. I seen a Cuban kid. That one redheaded kid. That one, I don't know what his name was, that did it in Florida. Doesn't matter what race you are. He fucking shot up a school.
Thank you, Zane.
Thank you so much, Zane. We appreciate that, man. This is from a good source. He, the shooter, was on the FBI list from a threat he made last year. Why did they not do something sooner?
What did he say?
I heard that too, Dubs, that he was, they were watching him. I guess he made there's also something else I wanted to put out there too, that kind of coincides with that. So when they first were alerted, it was not when the shooting started, Dubs. They received a call on Wednesday or earlier, where they said the 5 schools were going to get shot up in the area.
Yeah, no, I know. We talked about that off camera. But what I'm saying is today at 10:20 is when the calls started coming in.
Yeah. they actually shut down a lot of the schools in the area to see if the threat was real. But I think that he did that in his mind as a diversion tactic. Well, they won't know which I'm going to hit, or whatever. Maybe this kid just wanted clout, or I don't know, man, what goes through these crazy people's minds. Man, you have no idea what a person has survived. Race means nothing. Exactly. When you're in the army, you're in the armed forces, man, your brother right there could be the darkest brother in the world, the whitest brother, the brownest brother, but that's your brother, man. You depend on that guy for your life, and he depends on you. So it ain't about race, man. Bro, the NRA don't even.
Lakeith,
Thank you,
there you go. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you so much.
The DC Snipers, I think one was Jamaican, I think, and the other one was American, I believe. Malvo was the youngster. I remember his name. I don't think they were from where Capone. What is Capone? They're saying he's from Capone.
He's Pakistani.
Yeah.
Okay, they weren't Pakistani, they were Somalian.
Something like that.
Yeah, my niece is actually, I have a niece that's actually half Somalian, man. They were Somalian. Somalians come in two different shades. They come in the ones that look like Mr. Capone and the shade that look like fucking Flavor Flav. And that's the truth. Yeah, military taught me that, says Doc K. That's right, man. I have a lot of friends that were in the military. In fact, the baby mama that was in the military, and I would say you're absolutely right. It doesn't matter what. Kid is a weirdo for sure. Yes, definitely a weirdo, man. Doesn't matter what the race is or anything, man. I'm going to stand with you. If you're a righteous person and you respect me, I'm going to respect you and rock with you. When our schools were shot up, it was gang related. There were specific targets. And again, it was the early 90s in South Central LA. I think Dubs made that point earlier too, bro.
Yeah, Lakeith, I thought he was Jamaican as well. The older one.
Yeah. And I think the younger one, the one he was grooming basically to be the shooter. Should never be about race. The root cause, I believe, is that kids are not allowed to express themselves or be angry. Keep it bottled in. The pressure can make you snap. I agree. The world we live in, man. Here, you guys want me to break it down to? I'll break it down to you in straight layman terms. These kids need to get fucking disciplined.
They need their asses whooped. Like
they need their fucking asses whooped, man. And I'm not saying it in a child abuse way. I'm saying it in a fucking. They need the fucking ass whooped.
It's in the Bible.
Fuck.
You use the rod, but it's. Anyways, Alex H says, unfortunately, since his case will be in adult court, his name will be publicized everywhere. It already is. I have his name written right here. I'm not going to say it. His name was publicized a couple hours after we decided, like immediately when we knew we're going to go live with this topic, that we weren't going to say his name. And we wish no one else would. Because we don't want a kid that's going through something to feel like, oh, this is a way to get me attention. It's not.
He's a minor. It's an ongoing investigation. There's a lot of different reasons why we do what we do, but the main reason is the clout situation, man. Maybe this was that kid's priority to get this type of recognition, and we're not going to be the individuals to give them that. The names that we should be mentioning, which I don't think have been released yet, are the victims. These people that their legacy and their lives need to be spoken on up to this point. If I'm being honest, they need a good male role model. I agree, Doc K. A good mother and a good father, man, makes a great household 9 times out of 10. On the Gunline podcast, I only say this because my daughter was being bullied by boys in her grade. She finally stood up for herself and put hands on them, and she got in trouble for it. I have her in virtual school now. It's unfortunate, man, that our kids stand up for themselves. And because you tell your kids, man, don't be no punk. Don't be no punk, man. Don't take no bullshit, because it's just like prison, man. Once you take it one time, you're targeted. You got to stand up for yourself. We learned that at a very early age, and even in the youth authority, I think that was impressed upon us the most. Stand your ground. If you don't, you're going to be a victim your whole time there. And these kids nowadays, man, they stand up for themselves or hold it down, and automatically they're the ones getting in trouble. And now the victim becomes the one that was bullying them. It's crazy. Infidels, why are you so worried? How about how he got a gun? I agree. And I don't think they've spoken on that yet, Doc. I think in the next 48 hours, like Kamai said earlier, we're going to get more facts on, how he was able to get access to a gun. But at 14 years old, especially in California, and I know this wasn't California, but this was close to Atlanta.
It was about
You know,
40
it's easy
miles.
to get
They
guns.
said it was about 40 miles northeast of Atlanta.
Yeah, nowadays, man, motherfuckers are making guns on computers and shit. They got machines that make them. Guns are easily attainable. So if you're a bully, you're a bad guy now, shaking my head. Well, you're not a good guy. You know, if you're bullying a child, you're not considered a hero. You're considered a zero. Anyone who bullies anyone, even a grown man, that's not a good look, bro. You know, that's taking advantage of people that you already know that you can get over on. Be a man. You know,
I don't know what type of weapon it was. Hold on, you guys.
was it a rifle or a handgun? I'm not sure. Yet they didn't release. There's a lot of information that they're keeping to the chest. I'm not a bully, says Eastside Player. I'm not a bully, right? It's just so sad. Think of all the families he hurt. Exactly. And the people that are impacted, even outside, even us having this conversation, you know, there's people that got anxiety. It sparks their anxiety. They start remembering old things. And just this type of stuff, man, is a tragedy all the way around. Tech has made everything more accessible. I agree. Kids need a hobby like a sport or even karate. They need to take their little asses outside and ride bikes. But again, then that leads back to the other shit that's going on in this world that not a lot of people talk about or like to talk about, is the trafficking, and our children can't even play outside. I remember when I was young, man, we didn't come into the lights turned on till it was pitch black dark, till we were on the verge of getting our asses whooped, right? Nowadays, you don't see kids outside anymore riding bikes, and it's very rare, right? I mean, there are some neighborhoods where I guess it's a little bit safer than others. But I mean, nowadays, man, you don't want your kid out there, and kids don't want to go out there. Guess what they want to do? They want to play Call of Duty all day, Fortnite, Roblox and shit. I know. I got children. Angel, yeah, that's right. Fishing. Big facts, guys. I'm just keeping it real. 818. It's not just the bully that is suffering, and though it's always a lot of innocent people. And and even the bully, as a kid, some things going on. Maybe in the household doesn't have a good male role model. Maybe is getting bullied themselves, so they take it out on kids smaller than them. There's a lot going on, man. So you get to the root of it all. You sit down and you have conversation, man. I know I have a homeboy myself too. My daughter was getting bullied, man. I went straight to the parents. What's happening? Are you guys going to do something about it, or I'm going to have to do something about it? And the dad was on it, man. He was a Uso. He was cool as fuck. He was like, he told his kid, he was on his shit. He checked his kid, and man, now her and my daughter are good friends. It's a trip, huh? The way that worked out. I got to keep my temper in check in relation to this. I understand, Doc. Hell, I have a 6-foot fence for a reason, says Nick. But teachers need that hazard pay. I agree, man. I agree, man. It's almost getting to the point where parents at work also have kids going to school, need a little raise, man, so they can put their kids through some counseling, some different types of things. It's hard for me to explain my point of view, but bullying was something that made kids stronger. It does. No, I understand exactly what you're saying, Danny. That was part of life back in our days, but I think we could both agree, bro. Back in our days, kids were built a little bit more tougher, right? I don't know what it is. The water, the world we live in now. I don't know. Just seems a little bit more watered down. We played Street Fighter too. Nowadays they play Fortnite. So it was just a little different. Over here in Cali, the 17-year-old kid from Tracy who shot the 49ers player is charged as a minor, shaking my head. Mudville motive, it's different states, different situations, man. And maybe, just maybe, that district attorney was a Cowboys fan. You always got to factor that into it. JC says, yes, everything starts with communication and ends in communication. Go, we need to catch and cook, please. I could do that. I could catch some. Hey, Keith, thank you so much. I appreciate you, man. If you know, says, hey, gun, do norteños, something worth it too, because seems like a lot. And I mean, a lot of homies are doing it these days. And I have no idea, bro. I have no idea, man. I think that's just a Mexican thing, period. It doesn't matter north or south when it comes to that. That's a religion, right? I know I had a couple homeboys that did palo, and that was just their thing. I wasn't into it, but, I don't think there's a real solution. I don't think there is either, David. I think, but there is real conversation, and conversation is better than nothing. For us to not talk about it and to not be opening to listening to the other side and hear what other people have to say, is being irresponsible. I think as responsible people, we need to listen to what everyone has to say, man, and take into account that everyone has an opinion, and just maybe we could agree to disagree or agree on something that can be beneficial and maybe start something, man, spark a flame, you know. Everybody bullied and got bullied, not a big deal. It's the parents our age. Where's my dog? He's about to get bullied if he keeps shitting on my floor. I'll say this. Thank goodness it wasn't a Spanish last name that did this in Georgia. Oh, yeah. It'd have been a Venezuelan. Huh. I'm surprised they didn't blame a Venezuelan. I'm not trying to make light of it or jokes. I'm just saying, fuck the way the Venezuelans are getting it right now. Damn. If them vatos fucking fart in public, man, they're going to say they're trying to take over the park. OG Steve says, when I was growing, I bullied the bullies. That's right, bro. You know what, OG Steve? I was the same way, bro. I used to hate the kids that fucked with the kids that were weaker. That was my thing, bro. No way he unalived 4 and wounded 30 with a handgun. It was definitely a semi-automatic rifle. I don't know what it was, Samson. At the end of the day, man, it doesn't even matter what it was. You know, a gun's a gun to me. Not really something worth it. Is dangerous if you do it wrong. It can kill you. Bad juju. Eric says government trip tactics. On the gun line says I'm saying facts. Remember to like. Thank you, Doc. Hey, we appreciate you so much for all the support you give us and for looking at me with those beautiful eyes, because I know they're looking right at me, not through me. David Lopez is the shooter in Uvalde, Texas, was Hispanic. Race doesn't matter. Exactly. DC snipers were of darker pigmentation. We had Hispanic shooters, whites, Asians. I mean, there's everything. Everything, man. People kill people, not just black people or white people. You know, Gunner, your Theo Joe made a special appearance today on Super Norteño thing. He did, man. Fernando, he did, man. My Uncle Joe. I'm gonna tell you guys a story. It's kind of one I told a long time ago, man, but I'm gonna flip it and tell it again, man, with a little bit more detail, because me and the homies were talking about it last night. It came up in convo. Happy Trucking says, remember, all we have to offer is thoughts and prayers. Shaking my fucking head. It's sickening. Yeah, at the end of the day, but we can't take the grief away from the parents that lost their children today, nor the children of the teachers that ain't coming home. Their mom and dad went to school, to work, to help kids, to educate kids for our future, and never came back. It's crazy. Being that I was a scrawny little Hispanic kid in a majority black hood, I got picked on and they tried to bully me, but I fought back. In a situation like that, you have no choice, brother. You know, I know your situation all too well. You know, you was in a place where you were outnumbered and outgunned, man, but you came out bumping and blasting. Sometimes you have to stand your ground. See, you were in a whole different situation, bro. Your shit's like a movie.
My bad, guys. We were eating dinner, but I'm gonna stay on.
Trump needs to check his house before blaming Browns. I don't think Trump blamed the Browns, bro, at all. I think you're, for some reason, wanting to make that. I don't think it was that, my brother. I had nothing to do with Browns. Thank you, man, Nick. That's the Discord link for those of you that want to keep the conversation going or talk about any other topics, man. There's so much to do in there. We're learning as we go with it, man. There's so much. We discovered the gaming chat last night, and we were utilizing it as a chat room. It was cool. All the homies were in there. Oh, you're the one who did it, 1P? Don't let her get you. She'll snatch you up by the hair. What's up, Anthony Erickson? Are you worried about your children being in public school system with all the shootings? Absolutely. Michael Rose?
I'm not. For one, my daughter's already 30, almost 32. Mm-hmm. But as many people, as many guns as we have in this nation, and how rare these things are, our schools are still pretty much safe. If we're gonna be honest, the most dangerous thing in schools now is the ideologies that they're trying to teach. Not guns. It's what they're trying to put in kids' heads.
And that's a whole different topic that we could focus on if you guys want to go there, because believe me and Dubs could talk about that all day. You know. Dubs, I'm gonna take this phone call just real quick. Hold it down. I know you're eating.
All right. Yeah. All right. Hopefully I don't have a bunch of food in my teeth. What's for dinner? Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A. Oh shit. No, no tri-tip. Yeah, I know. Beware of the political nature. Exactly. Yeah, 49ers fan says, damn, Dubs got 70K. I'm close. 30, almost 30,000 on the other channel and almost on my way to 6,000 on the third channel. What's my go-to order? The spicy deluxe with the Chick-fil-A sauce. But today, for some reason, it came with barbecue sauce. Thank you, Nick. Nick says, smash the like, y'all. Show us the fries. Zane, you're not hip to the fries? The crinkle cut. No, that's not cream. Waffle fries, right? That's what they call them. Something like that. With you damn right. I got the Sprite right there, boy. Hold on, let's turn it this way. Let's give them their little Chick-fil-A. Why is there so much soda on top, man? What's going on here? How are the fries? The fries are good when they're hot. And look at Doc, so yummy. Zane, we don't have Chick-fil-A here. Chick-fil-A is all over here. And there's usually a long ass line. Dubs, y'all need to come to Houston, and we may at some point head out that way. That's right, 818. Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A. But yeah,
with an spray.
We appreciate you guys. Now let me get back off camera so I can tear this sandwich up, but I'm right here.
And I'm gonna hold it down. So I wanted to touch on what I was talking before I got that phone call. So Trip Out, what Dubs was saying, where in our schools, man, what they're teaching our kids now, what they're indoctrinating with is crazy. Crazy, man. Just some of the things I'm hearing, I'm seeing that I'm even hearing from my kids is just fucking shit I never thought I'd see in my life. And I think that needs to also be focused on, you know, of course, protecting our kids, but not even just protecting them physically, but protecting them mentally, man. It seems like some of the things that they're teaching might be driving these kids to doing shit like this. It's crazy. It says Gunner's up there in the Northwest getting no sun. Now, I get sun. I also get fucking mamons from a lot of chicks. So I'm winning. Trying to make them.
He just flexed out of nowhere on us.
That's how I do it. When we used to break, I forever used to call windmills. Dub's got a udder teeth stuck in his teeth. What is that? Canes versus Chick-fil-A. Man, I like Chick-fil-A's bomb. I've never had Canes though. Leave my wires alone. This dog, you guys want to see this little dog? He looks like a gremlin. Come here. Get over here. Look at my little dog.
Uh-huh.
Is he tight?
Hey, he always puts his arms out like it's a stick up. Stick him up.
He's tearing my office up, man. Go do your thing. Let me see. That just happened. Yeah, this is different spiritual mental era. Mental warfare, man. It's crazy. Gun, did you see Big Tone dropped a new video earlier? No, I see Vlad dropped a interview, a piece of an interview with Big Tone. And you know what was crazy? The very first, you know how Vlad, he does his full interview and you can see it on the members or whatever, pay for it and you can watch it. He gives you the beta on it, right? But he drops it in pieces. He's a smart individual. That's good business acumen, right? But the very first, instead of saying, hey, Big Tone talks about his life, or Big Tone talks about his next music project, or Big Tone talks positive in the community, or talks about all the giveaways and things that Big Tone does, first thing he says is Big Tone talks about Sureños in Northern California. I was like, damn, he went straight for it on. Thank you, Great Ace. It's always the juicy shit, I guess. Well, look, I could tell you the same thing Big Tone tells you. They've been there forever. They're going to be there. And that's just what it is. My dog's now 1. He is still a puppy, says Nick. Big Tone is cool, but at some point you're too old to be acting like you're 25. Yeah, I respect Big Tone, bro. I know a lot of people focus on the fact that he's never done an extensive amount of time incarcerated. I don't think that's how you judge a man. I think he was smart. I think he took care of his family, put his family in different things ahead of, you know, his own selfish ways and thoughts. And I see him constantly on Instagram posting positivity and pushing the homeboys to work out and better themselves, health is wealth, and he gives away the game, you know. And I just respect someone like that. I just want to hold him. This is Doc K. Yeah, he's my little gremlin. Big Tone, though, is cool. Definitely, man, carries himself how I remember the Norteños carrying themselves in my time, man. Calm, cool, collect, thinks about what he does and says before he says it. Do you guys notice in that mentality that he has? It's very similar to people like Dubs, man, that think about what they say before they say it, the way they carry themselves. They're very educated in what they say. Just not someone to talk, right? SoCal Superwood here, reporting for live, brother. You got your coffee, Chris? 104 in Vegas. Big Tone was just in LA again. And I'm sure he wiggles, man. He's about his money. He has a clothing shop. He has a brand, you know. And I like the fact that he puts his brand in his family before anything. Dog, you're going to electrocute the dog shit out of your son. You want to come back up and see the people? Let's see the people again. If he ain't the ugliest, cutest dog in the world, say it. You guys should go on Vlad TV and share your story, man. I don't agree with. I mean, I don't mind Vlad as a person, but there's some questions he asks that I'm very skeptical about. You know. Yes, very intellectual, Doc. You said it, and that's why you know, I learned a lot from Dubs. It's the same thing. You know, I've been watching Dubs for over 6.5 years. This dog is crazy, man. He's sitting right here now. Oh, sorry about your head. Nah, he's calm. You know, you can get game, man. You learn a lot. You get educated. Max is the man, the little pug from Men in Black. Have they say the motive of the shooting in Atlanta? Just tuning in? Not yet, bro. Not yet. And I think from my perspective, the motive is stupidity. Stupidity. And there's no one could ever justify anything like that. I don't give a fuck what reason it was. Just a stupid situation all the way around, man. A tragic one, too. Did you guys like the prison guards interview with Vlad? I did, Alex. I did, man. I think Hector's another person that carries himself well. And, you know, he speaks on where he's been and what he's seen, man. Just like the stories we tell, man. We tell you stories about, you know, our what we've been through, what we've seen in our lives, whether it's in and out of prison. Me, a little bit different. I put a little comedic flair to it. That's just my lifestyle, the way I do it. I've always done comedy. Dubs is a little bit more serious, but I believe Hector, man, speaks from the heart and truly wants to help people. Vlad asked someone up north, do they have Southerners up north, knowing damn well he knows. Oh, he already knows, bro. He just wants to put them on the spot. Hoping. Well, you know what a lot of these guys hope? Hey, wait, I'm glad you said that. A lot of these interviewers, people are saying, oh, that's their job. That's not their job. Just like this ain't our job. We put ourselves in a position to speak on what we speak on. Some of us have made it our business. But he asked the questions. Most interviewers are going to ask the questions they already know the answers to. You understand? And he said that because he's hoping he can get a soundbite. He's hoping that the guy would get frustrated with that question and say something that would just make a million more people watch it. Here again, the Discord link, man. Thank you, Nick, man. Again, if you guys want to get on the Discord, tap in, man. There's a lot of good people in there. You never know. You might knock you a little something in there. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? You never know where she at. They want to spark something to be front row to report, and after having they sparked it. Yeah, it's just like Adam A. Minor. He will cause chaos and then ask about it. So, what happened, Swifty? I heard Lefty don't like you, right? Oh, fucking, you know, damn well you asked Lefty the same question. You're the reason why you don't like him. You started the whole bullshit yourself. Here again, the Discord link. Thank you, man. One piece of that just gets them more views and money. And I agree, man. It is about money. Some people do it.
Yeah. You ain't leaving.
Look at boyfriend and girlfriend.
Coco, look at mama. Look at
boyfriend and girlfriend.
Girl, she got her sports bra on right now.
Oh, she got that little spike collar. He's gonna make her holler. See, look at he has big feet. Go boy. Oh. Orderly pug wars. Mine's is butt ugly though, man. Dub's got all the good markings. My dog, he's a Frenchie pug, a frug. So he's mixed, right, with Frenchie.
What happened?
But he's got half a blue eye and shit.
Pug wars.
Yeah, man.
What happened?
Once the statute of limitations have passed, got some good stories about running away from the police or rivals at that. That's right, Don. All right, if you don't stop messing with my shit.
Yeah, it was a stick up. You see him? That fucking dog always puts his arms up like it's a fucking stick up.
He's doing the huelga. He's like this.
Oh.
He said, "Whopping. Lay down now. That's enough. You're all hyphy." Berlanga or Canelo? Canelo.
Come on. Canelo's gonna brutalize him.
Yeah, Berlanga's not ready for that, bro. And I'm not, I'm a Canelo fan. Not lately, because it just is what it is. I have different reasons, but he's gonna smack Berlanga, bro. This dog is gonna electrocute the shit out of both of us. Get over here. Hey Gunner, your dog does the whopping pose. He does. Look at. See, whopping. And he does that on his own. But
hey, Max, he thinks he's supposed to be playing dead, huh?
Whopping.
Oh, that's funny.
Are you active? Hey, he's annoying the heck out of Gun. He is, man, because he's over here chewing on the wires, man. He's been on demon time since he learned English. He cussed more than a silver tooth third grader. Hey, he said, "No fucking my mother. No fucking my mother." What you fucking say, man? Just watched Wonka Wednesday video. When in reality, you follow Lucifer. Says, dude, yeah, I don't get down. They know if they complain enough and say that they're too stressed out, can't do the assignments. What's up, Big Dub? Says Raider Jimenez, man. Lake at Limbrick. We appreciate you, Ricky Jr. Kind of dog is that a pug? Yes, it's a Frenchie pug. Go watch Adam 16 disc from the D and Trail is live. Vlad admitted to being initiated into the Freemasons. Ooh-wee.
There's a lot of people that are initiated into the Masons, and 99% of them never make it past the 3rd degree. There's 33 degrees.
Been locked up with a lot of autos from Vario Bakers, man. Shout out to Psycho from Vario Bakers.
There's dog hair all over me because I brought her in here right now. It's
free the Cuddy Rick, man. How do you guys deal with the dog hair? He's not shedding yet. Look at him.
Give him 5 months, 4 months.
Tell me that ain't the Wilga bird pose, though.
That's the real one right there. Look at
That's the real one right there. I'm telling you, he does it on his own. He fucking knows what it is. That's an active dog right there. He's still in good standing. All right, fellas, y'all have a good night. All right, my brother, man.
All right, on.
What do you think about Renegade Media's new video? I have no idea, bro. I
haven't seen it.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one. Hey, go, dog. His arms, yeah. Gunner, what do you think Pepe would say about Max? He said, "Fucking put your shirt on, is he? What's up with your dog? He said, I'll sell him for a fucking gramo right now, is he?"
Yeah, Doc.
That's
Doc, in order to be a 33rd degree or even get past the 3rd degree, you have to be a politician, like high-ranking politician, banker. So you have to have the ability to move the masses, whether it be people or money.
No. I'll be right back, man.
Why not, Mason? I'll try it. Who has it this year, Raiders or Cowboys? Neither. I've never heard of him. V805. Henny, gracias, big dog. The Raiders, that's right. OG Steve, I got a Frenchie named Apollo Nino. He's always trying to run fades with bigger dogs. Yeah. They are crazy. Chivas, Alex Chivas. Anyone who don't follow his way goes to hell. Duke, you shouldn't. That's not your job, Duke.
374 in the building. We appreciate you. Hector Bravo respects you, Dubs. Much respects to Hector. Always be Raiders. Don't let him know one time.
Duke, it is not any human being's place to decide who's going to hell and who's not. That's up to God. But we appreciate you.
All I know, man, is it's all put out there for you guys, man. There's only one way to heaven. It's through him. What about you, Gun? What about me, my brother? Chivas or Chivas? 100% Chivas. Raider Nation for life, but honestly, I think Frisco may win Super Bowl. They're looking good. I think so too, bro. I keep it real. Stop the cap when you get it back, dude. Manchester United. Truck drivers for Gun and Dubs. Listening to you guys' stories all day while I'm trucking. Thank you, brother. We appreciate that, man. This goes out to the truckers, man. We try to do these longer lives, man, so you guys can have something to cruise to, you know? What do you guys think about the 50-50 yards? What do I think about the 50-50 yards? Dangerous. They're dangerous. Just like any other prison yard, bro. Very dangerous. Is burning in hell for all eternity actually biblical? I don't know, but I ain't trying to find out.
It's a scare tactic that's used by some branches of Christianity, but I don't think it's in the Bible at all. There's certain things said. I personally don't believe that the average person goes there. I believe the devil and his angels, or whatever you want to call them, they're gonna go there. And I believe there's certain people, my personal belief, there's certain people that will go there, but I don't think everybody goes there. Who knows though? I don't want to find out.
Yeah, I don't want to go through door number B. Gunner, did you see Mr. Mass's video on Mateo's removal? I haven't, bro, because he doesn't pop up in my feed. I've heard of the guy, Mr. Mask. I have not seen him yet. I don't go looking for stuff. If it pops up in my feed, it does. If someone sends me the video. But Mateo's removal, man, it's crazy. What happened with Mateo and what he's actually doing as we speak.
Hey, Emilio, for you, homie, hold on. Go ahead, Gun. Just for you, hold on. Let me get it right now because he's missing Brandon. He said he came in.
He's up there. We're out here.
Listen.
No, hey. He's up there. We're out here.
There he is. I told you, I kept him on the board.
Yeah,
that's Brandon from Aurora.
Some of them are serial killers, but other than that, they're cool. I agree, Doc K. She's like, hey, what would we do without truckers? Besides the 20% of them that are serial killers, because they're, hey, there's been a lot of them though. They do hold that title. And when I think serial killers, automatically I think they must drive a truck. Yo, Gun, I started the calorie cut and started eating almost 200 grams of protein and less carbs at around 1,600 calories so far. So good, Wampy. That's right, bro. Do that, do that. Good at protein intake, less carbs, and then you got to work out, brother. And next thing you know, you'll have these. Or these.
Christian, is that a thing? I didn't know anything about that.
Let me see. If you guys were still active, would you got off on a 50-50 yard? Well, absolutely, bro. If I was still functioning, I had that mentality, then I would already know better. And I've done it before. But guess what? When I got back to the Yarda, the righteous, no one gave me a pat on the back or a hug. Like, damn, bro, you did that. You know what they said? Shit, you better have. That's all they said. They didn't say, that's right, homie. They said, fuck you been at, bro? How long did you stay there? Fuck, I didn't make it past R&R. All they cared about was trying to prove that I stood there longer so they whack me. It's crazy. So the conversation about Georgia over. No, Miguel, definitely you could chime in, man. We just try to answer, questions that people ask.
Hey, gracias, Emilio.
Hey, gracias, Emilio Bustos. Good looking out. Shout out Brandon. That's right, Holmes. Have you beat the game yet? What game? If you don't mind me asking, let me see. Gotta be careful with Max when Pepe goes record. He might end up snatched up inside his brocha. Yeah, I didn't even think about that one. I ain't even gonna allow him in the house when he's here. Dang, getting swole, gun. Nah, Doc. It's all an illusion. Want to touch it? No mames, Gunner. It says 49er fans. That's good. Don't be mad at me, Steve. To what year were you still active? To early this morning, bro. The Jergens lotion, some toilet paper. It was active than a motherfucker in here. Kenneth says, I bet the shooter was a Venezuelan kid gang leader. Hey, bro, why do they keep picking on the Venezuelans? And I'm not making it a laughing matter and laughing at the shooting thing. I'm saying, come on now, bro. What is it that the Venezuelans done that's getting their
What's
focus?
going to happen is it's going to make Venezuelans victims. People are going to target them if this shit keeps up.
Yeah. No, for reals. You remember when the Asian hate thing was going on, Dubs?
That's what
And
happened.
when 9/11 happened, you know, it's very unfortunate, man. There's a lot of innocent, hardworking Venezuelans that just are trying to make a better life, just like every other American's doing, man. We're a melting pot. There's a little bit of everything, you know, and they're gonna get targeted, man. These fucking racial groups are gonna start targeting them, thinking that because they're all scared into believing that they're taking over. Like I said, man, 5 dudes with a fucking 22 rifle and a pitchfork ain't doing shit. I just got online and the first thing came up was a song called Adam 16. This is AD&T Rail. They're trying to rile them up. Yeah. Venezuelan people are in danger. I agree, man. They're making it seem like all Venezuelans are a part of this gang, this prison gang that they're saying that up until just a few days ago I had never heard of. Doc cases, yeah, for sure, it's not fair. There's definitely hardworking citizens, man. Same thing happens with like Mexicanos, you know, that come over and work hard and raise their families and buy homes and everything, and they're targeted. Oh, you guys are the ones bringing drugs over. Like this about this, like, what a gang. Like, what the fuck you talking about, bro? If it wasn't for me, homie, your kid wouldn't be peeling that orange right there. You better stop it. AD dropped a diss to Adam 16 3/4. Y'all should react to it here on the live, says Eastside Player. It's up to Dubs, man. I'm running, so I would have to do it, huh?
Oh, right now?
Reacting to it? You guys want us to react to it? Hit a 1, man. We could do that real quick. We still got a few more minutes left. We got 3:50 in the building. I would hate to do that, man, on a topic like this, you know?
Yeah.
So, because I want people to understand that this is a serious topic. So how about we do this, man? How about we quite possibly we can bring you something tomorrow on it, man. Maybe myself or Dubs. That'd be something probably to watch on the Dub S channel, man. I'm sure tomorrow he could react to it or something similar to it.
A
To be
song?
honest with you, man.
A song? A song?
I guess it's a diss song from AD.
Yeah, I can't react to music.
Yeah, but we can't really react to music like that, man, without getting demonetized, you know?
We can do it on a live, but we can't do it on a video.
Yeah. Brick and Lush said they helped him put it together. So Adam disrespected AD or AD disrespected Adam? Or restart the live, Eastside Player says. Like it up. Okay, whatever's good. I just don't want to take a serious topic like this and then make light of it with someone like fucking Adam Minor. You know, Adam A. Minor, because what's his name? Gunner, mira, no me contestan los dos. What's up, D? With you? Alex H. Eastside Player says restart the live. Okay, whatever's good. November's on the way.
I saw your comment earlier. I think I read one of your comments, D.
Yeah, I did too. Gunner and Dubs, you need a RoboVac. They do a great job. Yes, that's not a good mix, says JC. They picked and choose the cheese man. Yeah, for sure. I understand that. Gunner, what's that be for Broderick? Nah, I'm not from Broderick, homie. That beat's for all the homies. Back up and watch me knock these chicks right here. That's what it's for. It's for, to be honest with you, man, I'm going to tell you exactly what it's for. It's for Boston Red Sox.
Thank you, Josh. We appreciate that.
What's up, y'all? Commenting for the algorithm. We appreciate you. Mr. 707 said they're getting screwed in Venezuela because prices for everything in Venezuela is expensive, but where Russia's invaded Ukraine, the oil was getting expensive. We bought their oil. Yeah, it has something to do with the oil right now. There's definitely some oil shit going on involved in that, man. Miguel, what's up, little brother? We got 360 in the building. My screen froze a lot of ads. Sorry, Lino. What part of Mexico are you guys from, Dubs and Gunner? I'm not from no part of Mexico, but my family's from Zacatecas and Juarez.
My family's from Jalisco.
Puro Jalisco, way. Let me see. Me and my wife love your guys' content. Thank you, Miguel. We appreciate that. Gunner, who you got in the NFL this year? The Raiders, every year. But to be honest with you, I think the Niners are going to pull it off, but it's the Raiders every year. Anyways, man, we're going to get up out of here. We appreciate you guys. Thank you for your time. Doc K, you outdid yourself. Thank you so much for the support.
Very
Everyone
much.
else supported, man. We appreciate you from the bottom of our hearts. Again, tomorrow we have another big topic going on. Be on the lookout, man. We'll let you guys know a couple hours before what time we're going to do the live.
I'll check that out, Tom Biz. Thank you.
And let's just keep it respectful. Kingpin Toko, all the homies that are in here, we appreciate you. And just be on the lookout for our content in the morning. We got some bangers. Gracias. Anything to say, Dubs?
No, thank you guys for supporting. Thank you guys for liking the video. Just so you guys know, whenever we put out a video, if you like the video, it sends it out to more people. So thank you. We appreciate the likes and all the support you guys show us.
Thank you, guys. Okay. Good night.